Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Doby, and today, I'm shaking my head for a reason. All of us parents with one or two know what we go through. I'm not a rapper. I'm not trying to rhyme. I'm just having fun. But I'm here with Deon and Karen Derrico, and they have 14
A 14 piece.
Yes.
14 piece in the house. I watched Karen shed some tears talking about we need a bigger house. Folks couldn't get on, catch the TV, the remote control fights was going on. And then we had, extended family coming in, grandma, uncles, everybody. I was like, oh my, family reunion in this house every day.
Every day.
That's right.
So you have 4 sets of naturally conceived multiples.
Yes.
Right. Okay, Deon, first of all, tell me how you got Karen to stand still this many times.
How I got her to stand still or how she got me to stand still?
Flip the script. She said, I'm not done with you yet, Deon. Get over here.
Absolutely.
We have a legacy to build, and it's amazing.
Thank you.
I was thinking you guys had a farm. Anybody who wanted to have 14 kids. I came from a sharecropper family, so that's why I put it out there. I'm having fun with you, but talk to me. How do you navigate this? First and foremost, from the inside looking out, just talk to me about Deon and Karen Derrico.
Well, so first of all, going back to the farm, we hope to one day very soon have a farm. As a matter of fact, my wife and our oldest son, Derek, who happens to have a 13th birthday today, they actually created a small little garden.
Derricos garden.
Yeah, a little garden in the backyard. It's very, very tiny. But we hope to one day have a nice lot of land.
Yes.
To put a nice farm on. But how do we do it? I think the main thing is this is something we really wanted.
Yeah.
I think the core is we both genuinely wanted a large family. We never anticipated having the back-to-back multiples, but we really wanted a large family. I say this all the time. That was one of my first questions that I asked my wife when I first met her was, how many children did she want? And she replied the golden way that no other woman I had ever dated gave. So that's how we really got here.
Yes, and I said, I want as many children as God blesses me to have. There you go. And we didn't know that we never could have conceived the thought of having all of these, but it's a huge blessing. Our oldest is 17 at NYU right now.
Okay.
For a summer program, and then our oldest son turned 13 today. Our twins, quintuplets, 2 sets of triplets. So it's never a dull moment. We're always dancing. Sometimes we're doing the jive. Sometimes we're electric sliding. We're stepping. We shaking it like a thump shaker.
And the other times we shaking the tail feather.
Yes.
But we really keep it. We really keep it 100 in our household and in our family. I mean, family really are just core elements to what we feel means everything. I guess for some maybe it doesn't, but it really is true for us. We really believe in family, and we really invest in that. My wife just mentioned that my daughter is at NYU, so she wanted us to do a road trip. Take a road trip from Las Vegas to NYU. We literally just got back last night.
10:15.
I mean, we only had enough time to start trying to unpack, wash clothes. We're still behind today. You can only imagine how much running around we're both doing, collecting mail, paying bills, the whole 9 yards, because we've been gone almost 3 weeks. We're 2 days shy of being 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yes.
You guys, where were you? You just got through doing airing ain't nothing but a she thing. So you guys were out. Where were you? What were you doing? Because that just came on the 11th, the last episode. Yeah, ain't nothing but a she thing. The Quints the Quints were at odds for what.
Oh, with the
Oh,
birthday.
that one.
Yes.
We watched that with you guys on the road. We were traveling. We stayed in a hotel every single night from the moment we left here, which we left on the 28th of June, and we just got back late last night. We literally stayed at a hotel every single night. I have never in my life stayed in so many different hotels. So we watched that particular episode with you guys, but at the hotel.
But in the big, it was a Quint's birthday. So the quintuplets birthday were divided, because it's 2 girls, 2 boys, and 3 girls. So, we normally just do one big party, but they're now at the point where it's like, well, we want to do this and we want to do that. So we had to divide and conquer and celebrate it.
I was a single boy raised by 9 sisters and a mother.
Oh my God.
Tell me. I went to the military at 31 days after my 18th birthday. I said, I'm out. Let me go get shot at, because this is it's much safer than being in a house full of all these women by myself.
Yeah.
I couldn't do nothing right. Come on, Deon, you know how it is. You can't walk across the carpet. You crunching. The carpet's too loud. You put the mayonnaise jar lid on too loud. You can't.
Absolutely.
You breathing too loud. Why are you breathing at all? I know. But I had such a great time watching you guys put it together. Deon, OCD is a serious situation when you have 14 children.
It is.
How mentally, the mental health thing, how do you keep it together with that specific concern?
So let me first say, I have not been medically diagnosed with being OCD. Let me first put that out there.
I'm an honorary doctor and I diagnosed him.
But I do know that I have some serious hangups when it comes down to order and cleanliness. And it's like, I feel that because I'm like this, I'm always placed in a position of having to figure something out that's a mess. For example, our youngest son, we ate breakfast right before coming here yesterday morning, and he just decided about halfway into the drive here that he was going to throw up. He was sitting right behind me. So you have to understand how meticulous I am about my car. I drove my van, which I ordinarily never do. I normally would have rented a van. I didn't this time. We drove our van. And so when he's throwing up, of course, I'm like, oh, baby, you okay? But immediately where did the vomit go? Where's this vomit? I mean, is it on the back of my seat? Is it on the carpet? So it really is a challenge, though, for people that have issues with order, with cleanliness. It's just an adjustment that I find myself trying to make daily, but I have not won. I mean, I'm still, and I think I get worse as I get older. I'm more meticulous as I get older. So, man, the struggle is real. The struggle is real. The struggle is real.
As we get older, the more we have to bend down, stoop, wipe, reach, turn, the more irritable we become.
Yes.
Look, I don't do all of this. We've been through this.
Yes.
Tired. And then, doing an actual production. How many seasons is this? I see we're on like episode 400 and change.
No, this is our 4th season.
4th season. Okay.
Yeah, 4th season. And everything that you guys see that we're dealing with, we're really dealing with it in that moment, trying to figure out and navigate through the various esoteric moments throughout the show. And so people ask us, what is it like when the cameras are there? That is the least of our focus is the cameras. We're too busy in the moment of life. As you can see, with me, with the Derricos CD, as I like to call it, with my wife, her running her business, Derricos Closet, her doing the homeschooling with all 14 children. Then we have Gigi and her health challenges. We're constantly dealing with something. Eric right now, he broke his Achilles. Yeah, so he's walking on crutches. So we're always figuring out how to navigate around and through various things. And it's almost like people say to me, how do you do it? It's like anything else. You're a parent, you say you have 6. So being a parent, you're always in that mode of making sure you properly provide. So you don't get a chance to think about what you're really facing until it's over.
Yeah.
It's not until we're past it that we think, wow, we went through that. How did we do it? We'll ask each other, like, how the hell did we do that? But it really is the reality of life when you're dealing with multiple things at one time. And we happen to have not only multiple challenges, but we have 14 children and they all bringing something different to the table. We love it though. I wouldn't change no part of my life for nothing.
I think one of the big things for Dr. Karen being an entrepreneur is the Republicans changed the labor laws so that they could work younger, right? And longer hours during the week, during school nights. So you can get a little help in the shop on the clothing line. Talk to me about the entrepreneurial, because I obviously work for myself. Thank God I have had a retirement already, but this here, 16, 17 hours a day. You've got 16, 17 hours a day of activities on top of trying to run a business. How do you handle that as an entrepreneur?
Wow. I mean, that's a really great question. And it's not definitely an easy task. I have a problem with delegating, right? So if I say, hey, Derrico, will you do this for me? It's like sooner than later, I will come back and say, it's like where he's perfect at delegating. I struggle with it. Talk about opposite attract, right?
Right.
But I feel like by the time I tell you to do it, I can do it myself, which now falls back on me. And then now I go to him saying, oh, I'm tired. And he's like, baby, you got to find out. So I've learned what I need to delegate, the easier parts of it that I can do. So for instance, grocery shopping or errands. I do a lot of ordering online and I go and pick it up. I just pop the trunk, they enter it, they put it in the trunk, and it's easy. So things like that I've mastered. When it comes to homeschooling, I really and truly try to have that set schedule of the time allotted to help them. And then I have my allotted time when it comes to Derrico's Closet, because it is a passion of mine and I definitely want it to flourish and grow. So, you add in motherhood and then you add in homeschooling and then 14 children and all of the needs. I'm still a wife, I'm still a daughter, it's all of that I put in, but I really work hard on keeping a to-do list and really putting what's my top priority in. And then I just prioritize throughout the day. And I stopped that clutter of, oh my God, what didn't I get done? And just, it's like going in the grocery store without a list. You come out of the store with everything you don't need and not enough of what you need. So that's what I'm really and truly, I think I've mastered. Derrico will probably laugh and say, yeah, you mastered swiping that credit card even more. But I've mastered it. I've mastered it. So that's what I work on.
It takes a lot of intestinal fortitude to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Conjoin that with being a parent of multiple personalities.
Yes.
And activities. And as you said earlier, they're starting to grow up and have their own personalities, their likes, their wants, their thoughts, and they're aware of their world.
Yes.
And their place in it. And as it obviously through the show, it's grown, their exposure has grown. And so who's the diva?
Deani.
Okay.
Deani is a diva. Dacian is a diva.
Yes.
Okay.
I think Darian is going to be a diva.
Yes.
Darian seems to be just okay.
Dawson will be bossy.
Yeah, Dawson is just going to be bossy.
Hers is awesome, bossy Dawson now.
Y'all funny. I just would like to be a fly on the wall or have a drone over one of the family gatherings outside.
It is always an entertaining.
Yes.
It's always entertainment. I mean, really and truly, that's the number one. If someone asks me outside of the love and the camaraderie, what's the number one thing that our family has? It would definitely be the entertainment.
Yes.
It's always entertaining.
It's always a talent show. It's always something going on, a song being written, a dance being performed,
or just us talking, just
talking,
someone being a comedian.
Yes.
You know, we have several comedians amongst the children. So someone's always trying to do something to make us laugh, and they do a very good job at it. They do a very good job at it.
Yeah, because you guys are not really bothered by gray. You look very young.
Thank you.
Despite the abuse that life has tried to heap upon you, you have persevered.
Amen. Yes, you know, amen.
And the don't crack is proven right here, right now. on this screen.
Speak it, brother. Speak it.
I'm just gonna leave it like it is. You know, I mean, we talk about TLC. We're not going to get political, but I'm just saying, we have something, and you in particular have something that's like totally amazing. Things that people who don't have any children should aspire to. Understanding, the ability to listen, to move and make decisions, be decisive. You know, I understand, you know, as you guys were looking for the house though, that was hilarious.
Yeah, and listen, and that's still an ongoing battle, but go ahead.
You know, I'm going, look, I can only imagine. You need a castle.
No, brother.
Someone else said it. Yes.
From your mouth to God's ears. From your mouth.
Or at least a themed hotel, because of all them personalities. Somebody wants to be in the bedrock room. Somebody wants to be in the SpongeBob room. So, you know what I mean? It's so funny. What are some of the obstacles in your home search? What are some of the obstacles that you find really key?
The main obstacle is finding the kind of house that really fit our specific needs.
Yeah.
We were just talking the other day. We're waiting for the big moment, but we need to have a house built.
Yeah.
Because there aren't any houses unless we buy one of Brad Pitt's houses or Will Smith. There's just no houses that are available to us right now with the type of family we have. It's just not. Mm-hmm. And so the best remedy for us would be to just build.
Yeah.
You know, of course, we would take anything larger than where we are. But when we look at the long-term goal and picture, we want each child to be comfortable. We also want them to explore or experience, having their own bedrooms. We don't want them to grow up with this thing of having shared all their lives. We want them they've experienced the sharing. Now we want them to experience having things themselves. We try to cover every base that we can imagine could potentially be an issue or problem later. Mm-hmm. And so when we get that house, that's when I feel like that will solidify what we're trying to put upon them, because I think we've done a great job covering many bases. Yeah. But that's just the one thing that I really want us to accomplish while they're still here at home with us. I mean, listen, if we don't, we don't. Right. There are many happy families that grew up in one bedroom. The Jacksons was one of them, but we want them to experience having their own so that they will be better adults later in life. That's ultimately what we're hoping for. Yeah.
So, there are moments in our lives as parents that make us immortal. Now, you guys will have, a centuries long history when it comes to immortality for the memories that you make. If you line them up end to end with 14 children, that's 700 years worth of legacy in memories when you think about it, from first steps to shoes and style changes and things. And then, Deon, you with the bike teaching thing.
Oh gosh!
I'll let your boy.
Listen, well, all of our children didn't take to the bike scene. Like example, Dawson. However, that still is a memory. It's a memory of her saying no.
I don't have to. She let that be known. Yeah,
that was cute, hilarious, and I'm going there. She's not having it. Like
she wasn't.
No, I tried it. Thank you. I'm done.
Hey,
where you going? I'm done.
Look, Dawson says she's been through enough with the heart surgery and whatnot. Yes. She's good. She don't want nothing happening to her little body. She's just smart enough to understand I could potentially fall and hurt myself, I'm good. I'm good.
I didn't know if we were going to touch on, some of the more sensitive items when we talk about children's health and the anguish that you go through when you see a child who there's nothing that you can actually do. Right. It's between, the talent of the physicians, the medical community, and the grace of God, if that's your thing. You feel me? Talk to me about, some of those torturous moments, if you feel like it, and how you guys, held each other together and held the child together.
Oh, wow.
That's a good question. Again, it goes back to she and I. I was just telling Eric on our drive here last night that one of the key gifts that Karen and I have always had is the ability to become closer during the struggle. We're more at odds when everything is happy. But when we are dealing with a struggle, we are truly, truly a team. Mm-hmm. And as you know, that's when a lot of couples will break up, is when things really get heated up. She and I have this way, and it started from many years ago. She and I have this way when things heat up, that's when we become the best versions of ourselves within our marriage. So going to your question, she knew my weakness specifically to Dawson's surgery. So there were just certain things she didn't even bring to me until after it was over. There are things I didn't find out, like donor tissue, for example. I didn't even know that we used donor tissue until after that surgery was completely over. So having, and of course, I shared the same thing back with her, that things that I know she's not ready for. So I won't even tell her. I'm not telling her out of keeping it a secret from her. I am more looking out for the strength that she needs in that moment. She don't need to be worried about something that I know I can handle when she's fighting something else. I leave that strength for her to fight whatever needs to be fought and her to prevail with that fight. And then I'll tell her later, hey, baby, you know what? You didn't know this, but guess what? So-and-so and so-and-so happened. And she pretty much does the same thing with me. And then we'll vent to each other in such a way because we're experiencing something that no one else has experienced. I mean, we had triplets, which is the triplets now, Dior and Diaz. Remember, it was originally Carter, Diaz, and Dior. We lost Carter shortly after birth, unfortunately. But dealing with that as a parent, you can't imagine losing a child, having to work out the burial of that child, because we didn't know. I mean, in my mind, he passed away like an hour after birth. I didn't know we had to have a full-blown, memorial service or funeral or what was it? We had to have cremated. That was out of my world. And then while dealing with that, she still had to breastfeed and care for the two that was in NICU at that time. You can't imagine that if you've never gone through it. There's no way to prepare you for that. And it can happen to any parent, no matter how healthy or unhealthy you are. It can just happen to anyone. She was a very healthy mother, healthy woman. So it was those moments when we deal with those types of challenges that God really and truly speaks to us on a spiritual level and helps us together get through it without fighting each other. We fight the issue. We don't fight each other. And I think that's very, very important, that you come together as a married team and you fight the issue and not each other. Right. So to answer your question, that has been our biggest blessing with every single challenge we've ever been faced with.
Doubling Down with the Derricos airs on TLC Tuesdays at like 10 o'clock East Coast. And this is an amazing family.
Thank you.
As we sit here having a conversation beyond the pitch and beyond the bio and beyond the edited pieces that I got an opportunity to watch, as human beings, I just picked up this dynamic where at some point, each one knew, okay, I can compartmentalize this and handle this for the other and protect the other.
Yep.
And I'm not going to cut them out. I have to share it. But I'll know. I'm that in touch with my partner.
Yes.
I know when it's okay to say, I need to add this to your plate. as well, because it's already handled, babe, but I have to let you know so that you're not blindsided or surprised by any collateral damage, fallout, etc. And with the chaos of 14 children, I got 6, like I said, and I understand the madness, and I'm a cheer dad, for God's sake. So I understand the madness that I'm going through with this, you know, and 14, and then, you know, the loss of a child, and I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Thank
is
you.
no pain greater than that, you know. So the fact that you're able to remain focused and in sync and trusting each other to handle whatever could be in your wheelhouse today, and your wheelhouse today, and we're going to come together and run this ship, you know what I mean? And we're headed in the same direction. And as Doc over here has, you know, the Derrico closet, an entrepreneurial thing going on. So that's, did I say it wrong?
No. You said doc, and I'm appreciating it. You're still referring to her as doctor.
She said honorary doctor. She got that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, you know, I didn't mean it as a smart ass or disrespect.
No, I know it. No, I'm appreciative to you for saying it, because just by default on what we've gone through, it does give, and I tell her this, I say, it's not being boastful in any way, but we've gone through so much, it gives us a different level of expertise within the parenting realm. It just does. It just does. Some of it I wouldn't have ever wished for, but it is what it is. And we've now used that to better our positions collectively and individually.
How's the diet going?
You say how?
How's the diet going? Oh, yeah, I'm a goofball.
Man,
I pop some stuff out of nowhere.
Hey, the diet is harder than all of it. The rest of this is a breeze. The marriage thing, this is a breeze. It's that damn diet that keep whipping my butt.
Hey, I'm guilty too. I lost 30 odd pounds though, but it wasn't on purpose. Diabetes got me, right? And I didn't realize I was diabetic until I went to the hospital and they said, "How did you get here? Why are you not dead?" What are you talking about? Oh, well, you're at 750. Your sugar, your glucose at 750. You're not supposed to be here, huh?
Oh.
So talk to me about, I know I was cupcakes. There was a tray of cupcakes up in that joint the other day. Let me tell you. Anyway, so
and brother, listen, I cook very well. I must say, it's a poor dog that won't bark up his own tree.
That's right. That's right.
But I cook very well. And so my biggest struggle is, and of course, having such a large family, where eating is one of the key things in our household. Everything is something with food. So it's very challenging being in a situation where I'm around it daily. I'm having to cook, taste my food as I prepare it, and then be strong enough to not taste or eat what I've just prepared that I love. That's been my biggest. Now, if you ask me what's our biggest challenge of all of this, it's my weight. It would be my weight.
I would definitely say
yes. Of course, she's going to concur.
You know, I'm not touching that one. I'm on my Steve Harvey moment. I am not going to comment on that. I could go there, but I ain't. Okay.
Thank you.
You know, I wanted to know, as you're focusing on it and you're determined not to, you know, that extra, I could get a bigger spoonful to taste instead of just the tip of the spoon to taste. That discipline has obviously done you guys well as a couple and as a family.
Yeah.
You've got very well-developed children. I was kind of, you know, I wanted to just smile when the young lady says, "Yeah, I did in-person schooling." But basically what she's saying is, I'm cool on that. Let me just go home, get behind my computer. She knew what she had to do. And she knew that she does it better on her own without all the distractions and the hoopla. She said, I got enough personalities in my house. I don't need them extra outsiders.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That was a self-aware you know, the kids nowadays, as a general rule, in this age of babies raising babies, as I put it, you know what I mean? They're not as aware of themselves as real people and their personalities and real needs and what's affecting them, good or bad, in the world. They just jump right in oftentimes. And it doesn't work out. And then, but she's aware enough that, you know, mom and dad have enough to deal with. I can come home. I'm committed enough, and I watch them be committed. I'm committed enough to handle my business, excel, and remove myself from the extra.
Right.
That's critical thinking, whether anybody wants to actually, you know, tag it as
it is. Yeah.
You know, that's critical thinking. That's so they're picking up some man, if I had man, my parents were something else. I'll just say, my father was military, so I followed in his footsteps. And I'm like, the times that he was taking from me, obviously, were times that I needed guidance as a man.
Yeah.
And the times my mother working 2 jobs, because obviously the military didn't pay worth 2 dead flies and a cockroach, right? During that time, with her working as an entrepreneur and basically having several jobs, I didn't have that same awareness.
Yeah.
That advantage of watching my parents lead.
Right.
So I have nothing but admiration for you. I've been married to the same woman 20 years. And, you know, life tried that BS, but we cold with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said we cold with it.
We cold with it. And, well, you know, brother, I'm just be honest. Can I put it out there? Can we talk?
Please.
Okay, I'm just going to say, I know that when she's right, she's right. When I'm not wrong, she's right. And so I just move on. And I have learned.
I'm not wrong.
I love it. Well, I'm not wrong. She's right.
Okay, so we've talked about the core family. We have extended family. Gigi, you know, earlier you mentioned that she is, you know, fighting a cancer battle, which is something, once again, another family member you're watching, you're agonizing over their health decisions and whether or not she will maybe go on with the next set of chemotherapy, or, you know, if it comes down to the bone marrow harvesting kind of situation, if it gets that. And then at the same time, you got the ghost nephew that showed up.
The ghost nephew.
Yeah.
Yes. And that has been honestly just a huge blessing.
Yeah.
When my brother passed away, my mother had an overwhelming emotion of wanting the next closest thing to him. As you can imagine, I mean, you know, your oldest child passes away and, you know, you're hoping to connect with the next best thing. And I just remember feeling so bad for her because there was nothing I could do. You know, all I could do was comfort and love on her, but there was nothing that I could do. And so when Amani came up, I just kept praying. I pray he's my nephew. Right. I pray that my mother gets chance to have whatever closure, whatever type of emotional connection. I pray that she's able to have that. So to find out he really was is just amazing. And he looks almost just like my brother. I mean, that's the kicker. And he's just a good young man. He's really and truly a good young man. His mother, you know, we met, of course, his mother, we met his grandmother, and they're just beautiful people. And I'm thanking them for doing such a great job raising him to be how he is, to be able to accept and love on us like he does.
Yes.
So was that kind of immediate? You know, they do the cutaways and this, that, and the third. So we really don't get the in-depth. Was it kind of an immediate click once, you know, all this was, when you met them before even the test? Were you able to click?
Yes. Now I was trying to hold my feelings back.
I'm sorry.
And Gigi was as well. And I would think Amani was as well. because of course it was the constant thought of if in fact he's not my nephew, we are opening up a different compartment of emotions, right? For myself, but more importantly for him and my mother. So that was my thought process, trying to err on the side of caution in case he wasn't in fact my nephew. I didn't want to open up a can of worms, so to speak. But I wanted to immediately, before even knowing he was, I wanted to hug him, embrace him. I wanted to gift him with, would shower him with gifts. And Gigi felt, basically the same way. But again, we just kept in the back of our minds, what if he's not? Imagine that emotional roller coaster. That would have been a whole nother realm of emotions that we would have gone down, especially my mother. And remember, she's dealing with the we don't call it cancer, we just call it a challenge. But she's dealing with that health challenge. And so my fear is I don't want nothing to happen to cause her to spiral even further down a rabbit hole, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, dealing with that, the emotional stress takes on an entirely different tone and talent.
Yes.
When you're dealing with that challenge.
Yep.
Yeah. So I do understand. Well, I'm not going to there's no spoilers here, y'all. We're just talking about some items and issues that they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. You're going to have to watch it, TLC, and all of the I believe you can go to TLC.com and see all the back episodes and things like that and do some.
My apologies. I'm glad you mentioned that. So Discovery Plus, we've been getting we've been inundated with people talking about Discovery Plus. It will be on Discovery Plus after our season completes. I think it's August 9th is when you'll be able to find all the episodes on Discovery Plus for those individuals who like to stream. Also, we'll be on Max. So you can go to TLC. Is it .com?
TLC.go.
Yeah, it's TLC.go.
Okay.
TLC.go, you can subscribe to them, and then you can of course watch the episodes or wait until it's uploaded on Discovery Plus and Max. Yeah, so they have not, Discovery Plus have not done anyone wrong. They're just waiting for the season to complete before it's placed on Discovery Plus.
Okay, and then your season finale on TLC is 8/8. It's August the 8th. And
right.
So then you're saying the day after, as soon as TLC's run is finished, it'll be available on the on-demand streaming services.
Correct.
Amazing. If you're going to binge watch something that is going to take you through a roller coaster of emotions, maybe give you some epiphanies on how to just navigate as a human being on a day-to-day basis. This is a great family to watch. People are talking about we don't see us represented. This is, and I'm going to say this, and I know that it's a family channel and all that, but this is one of the best damn educational programs on how to be a family.
Amen.
Thank you.
I'm so
Amen.
proud of y'all, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really mean that. Thank you. You just touched my heart.
Yes.
Seriously. Because that's what we hope to do is we've had so many challenges that she and I had to figure out, just she and I. And it was challenges like having quintuplets. I mean, how does she breastfeed 5 babies at one time? There was no one that we could call and ask, what do we do next? We make it a point that when people reach out to us on our social media, we respond. And we try to, any issues that they mention, help them. Because that's why we chose this journey. We chose this journey to be what no one was for us. Mm-hmm. And that's the truth. That's the truth. If you send me a message, I'm going to respond and she's going to respond. And so we say that to say, we want to inspire and help other people just like us. Doesn't matter their color, doesn't matter their race, their political stand, their gender. We all share the same common goal, and that's to be a better family within our family group. So yeah.
Look, the show is called Doubling Down with the Derrico. It's produced by Big City TV for TLC. The finale on TLC is 8/8. It will be on Max and Discovery starting on 8/9. At least we know it'll be on Discovery, right?
Discovery Plus, correct.
Discovery Plus, 8/9.
Yes.
So you won't have to wait long if you missed anything to start from the beginning. The education I got, I'm a father of 6 and a grandfather of 15, and I learned some things. I've been married to the same woman for 20 years. And as I said earlier, life tried that BS. I'm retired military, multiple deployments. This woman went through pure D, you know, it was insane. Learning how to relate to your partner. There are some nuances that these people have, Deon and Dr. Karen. They have some, man, that is power.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
That
so
is
much.
power of family. And if you don't take anything else away, the love and dedication and commitment, they're not here today and gone tomorrow. They've had plenty of opportunities to say, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And there they are. For people who tell us that we don't have strong familial stories,
Yes.
or people who wear our uniform, you can kiss my grits because we got the Derricos.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Is there anything you guys wanted to cover that I may have missed?
Brother, you did
covered,
such a great
Yeah.
job. We would just be being redundant at this point.
Yes. Yes.
Just, I think you said it all. I think we both
Yes.
said it, that we chose this journey. God chose it for us, and then we accepted.
Yes.
We accepted God's choosing. If that
Yes.
says
We're the
anything.
vessel He chose.
Yeah,
to
we the
do this
vessel.
through.
And we're not perfect. I have a potty mouth. I love sweets. My wife doesn't have a potty mouth, and she loves sweets, but her DNA does not allow her.
Right. To do,
I understand.
Yeah, her DNA does not allow her to gain weight like mine. But we have the core ingredients that I think make up good, regular, natural, real, sensible, reasonable thinking people. That's what we represent.
I have nothing else to say.
Well, thank you.
So proud to have gotten to know you a bit. Thank you for letting us in. And
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it. You got me earlier, boy. Woo, got me. Anyway, I had a great time. I thank you for turning this interview into a conversation.
Absolutely.
That is like one of the biggest honors for me, and I appreciate it. Thank you for trusting me with the story.
Yes.
Thank you to TLC for, backing Big City TV and giving them a platform to allow our people, parents, this is not a color thing. This is our people, parents, who go through day-to-day, battles, and some uniqueness. In here is an entire university course, a master class, a doctoral class on how to be good people.
Yes.
Good to each other, good to yourself. Even if we eat a whole tray of cupcakes, doesn't mean that we're not trying.
Oh my God.
Okay,
You tried it. You tried it.
Hey, Rice Krispie treats is my thing. I'm not even
Oh
gonna
my
lie.
God.
Oh my God.
Y'all are the worst to be together. Y'all are
And
the worst.
I make the bomb Rice Krispie treats. I really, really do. Oh yeah, brother. I promise you, we ever meet in person and we have you over, you will not go.
He doesn't need it.
You will not go unsatisfied. Trust me.
Don't worry. I will bring extra metformin, extra Jardians, and extra insulin, because I'm going to get with them Rice Krispie treats. It's going down. Yeah. Anyway, doubling down with the Derricos. Deon, Dr. Karen Derrico.
Thank
you so much. I hope that we get an opportunity to speak again.
Absolutely.
The door is definitely open.
Thank you.
Until next time, peace and blessings.
And thank you, TLC, for doing such a great job allowing us to just be us.
Absolutely.
We're just us. And I really want to thank TLC for being the trailblazers of family reality television. They really and truly are. So thank you. Thank you for this interview.
Thank you for having us.
It wasn't an interview. It was a conversation.
Love it.
I'm not going to take that from you, sir. Rice Krispie treats I'll take, but interview I'm not. All right.
Thank you for your service to our country also.
Yes,
no thanks needed. I got a fair exchange, I believe. So.
Hey, that's what it's about. Okay.
All right. Till next time.
All right, brother. Take it easy.
Take care.
Peace.
As an artist, we should reflect the time.
Why you so talented?
Because I'm black.
Why you so amazing?
Because I'm black.
It's really important that we build characters so that people understand their story matters.
2 Chainz and I both are just really into good food.
And when you know you are royalty, you will only aim in life to be royalty.
We're doing it right now. I don't give a damn what they say about me. Yes, I called your ass out. I know I shouldn't be saying this kind of.
Shout out to Hype Magazine Network.
Shout out to the Hype Magazine Network.